Craftaholics, welcome back to my studio, and if this is your first time here, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Peggy, and welcome to my studio. I know I haven't been around in a hot minute. Long story short, about 4 weeks ago, my lights literally came crashing down on my head, and I had to get new light stands, which I still haven't set up, which is why you see shadows everywhere, and I apologize for that. The next week, I fell, and I fell hard. And where I live, I'm getting attached to my pieces here. It is tile on a cement foundation. So when I went down really, really hard, and I hurt my knee. I landed right on my knee. So I've actually been in bed crafting, which I can't film that. But now I'm still hurting, but I'm feeling good enough to come on here and share my card with you guys today. And what I'm making is I need just a general, hello, nice to meet you kind of card. So what I'm going to be using, these flowers I made using the Ultinu Craft Your Life project kit. It's a monthly subscription that they offer. I think this was from like 2 months ago. It's called Sunshine Flowers. And I use the stamps, the dies, and I use the stencils. And believe me, I'm very new at this. If you want me to do a video on how to do this, I will gladly share it. So let me know in the comments below. But like I said, I'm very, very new at this, so I don't know a whole lot about it, but I am learning. And I do want to share with you guys, so let me know. Now, I'm going to be using the yellow one, the more yellow one. So I'm going to move my peach one away. We'll use that probably in another project somewhere. I also have a hello die. I love this hello. I think it's so pretty. This is from Paper Rose Studio, and it does have a ghost layer to go underneath, or shadow layer to go underneath. And I'm using 80-pound cardstock for this card because aside from everything that's going to be on the front, on the inside, now if I was just stamping a sentiment, I would use 110-pound cardstock, but cardstock, tongue got in the way there. But I want to write a whole note. And those of you who have been following me, you know that in the last couple of years, I've lost like 50% use of my right hand, and I'm right-handed. So when I try to write, I get maybe 2 lines in, and my hand just cramps and seizes up. So for me, it's easier to use my Cricut, type my message, find a nice shape that goes really well with my card design, print it out, and just paste it in. And I think if it was 110-pound cardstock, it would just get too bulky and too heavy. So that's why I'm using 80-pound. I also have some gems I got at Hobby Lobby. I think I'm going to be using the gold ones because it'll go really good with my whole yellow theme. And you guys know I don't usually do like yellow. So this is really out of my comfort zone. And I'm also using my precision glue press for my sweet petunia, which I am in love with this thing. So if you want me to do a whole review on it and hear all my thoughts, let me know below, and I will do a video just on this little gem of a product. But for right now, I'm going to push some things out of the way, get a little bit more room, put my eyes on so I can see. Amazing. I'm going to start with putting my hello die cut together. And what I've done, I have printed the shadow layer 3 times. And I did that to give some dimension on my card. So let me start with gluing them together. And that's a good way to get some dimension without, you don't always want to use foam tape, although foam tape is awesome. But this is just an easy way, and it only costs you a little bit of paper to do so. And it's good to have glue like this that you can work with, because trying to line things up, apparently today is not my forte. Okay, there's our 2 layers. But this it adds just a little bit of oomph. And it'll make it stand out a little bit better on the card as well. Okay, here my layers are lined up as well as I can line them up. Look a little bit off right here. And if you have something heavy, like a good size stamping block or something, that's a good thing to put on there to hold that down and get it nice, get the bond really well. Okay, so now I've got those three, and I'm just going to put my hello on there. So I have this because this is going to help me with placement of my flower. And like I said, I don't, I'm very new to the ink blending, stenciling, like using inks like that. I mean, I've stamped a bit. My whole history so far with paper crafting has really mainly been, there we go, die cuts and using my Cricut and things like that. So the whole stamping and stenciling and everything, it's pretty new to me. Oh, I wanted to show you, I did think, okay, a lot of times I will use like black ink or black to bring out like the black in the piece, but I thought that looked too Halloween-y, so I didn't want it to be Halloween-y. I wanted it to be welcoming, so that is why I used white. Okay. Now, what I wanted to do, and I've seen a few other people do this, and I think it's a neat idea, is to use part of my die cut at the bottom, and then cut out some and use it at the top as well. So I just need to see where I want this. I think that's nice, actually, to sit there. So then I can have my hello, and then I can have another part up there. I think I like that spot, actually. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come in with a little bit of glue. And I'm gluing it flat. I will be adding more glue, trust me. But now what I could have done, I could have done a couple of these, cut them and layered them, but I just decided to do it, just the flat card is fine for me. Now I need a pair of scissors. There we go. What I'm gonna do is, this way I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on the inside so I don't cut through any glue. Okay. These are Singer. I got these at Hobby Lobby, and I love these. If you have hand problems, these are awesome. It's very simple to use and very easy to use. And doesn't put much strain on your hand at all. So I'm going to cut the first part. And I'm going to cut those little pieces off. Making sure I didn't cut through, which is very important. So now we have our first portion of the flower. And now I'm going to go back, and if there's any spots that are lifted, I'm going to go in and I'm going to add some glue, just a little bit of glue, just to adhere everything down completely. And I'll tell you, it was a lot of fun making these flowers. It really, really was. There we go. Okay, so there's that part. Now I've got all of this. So I think, see, now that would look awesome. And it looks like two flowers, and you only really made one, which is amazing. But I want to make sure, I'd like my hello to kind of be like right there. So I think I'm going to have that, I'm just going to sit that there for right now, but I'm going to glue up, I'm just gluing up that side for right now, if you can see that. I can glue the rest in a minute, but I am going to add this part right down here. I'm going to line it right up with my edge up there. Okay. And now I'm going to turn it over again, just like I did before. And now if it's a little confusing, you can open up your card so you're not looking at two layers of card. It might make it a little bit easier. Okay. And now I'm going to come back in and glue the rest of this down. Oops. There we go. I just love this flower. I think it's gorgeous. And it's surprising honestly, that I chose like yellowy orange colors because, well, like I said, you guys know I don't. That's not my thing. But I like it. I really do. Okay, now I'm going to come in and I'm going to put my hello die down. And I am working on some ideas for Christmas. I'm going to be starting my Christmas crafting videos soon. I got a little bit of glue. Probably not the best thing to use. Now, the good thing with this glue is it does dry clear. Make sure that's nice and straight. I like that. And again, this is a good time when you could use something, if you have something heavy to weigh it down, just to get good adhesion of your die cut down. Now see, just popping that up a little bit. See how much dimension I get? And it just looks nice. Okay. Now real quick, before I finish the front, we've still got this piece. And again, this is a really good way to make your dies, to make them spread out and go further. Now what I think I'm actually gonna do, since I'm gonna be putting something in here, I'm just gonna glue that, you know, right there, so nothing is wasted. And we got 3 separate areas out of 1 die cut. And I think that's pretty cool. And that's pretty cost effective. And it didn't cost anything extra. It wasn't any extra work. I'm just gonna line it right up in the corner, right where I cut it from. Which that actually ended up well too. And that, now I just have these 2 little pieces left. That's all I'm wasting of this. But there's that, so when it opens up, see how pretty that is? Now you can also do something like this with an envelope as well. Put part of it on the front, part on the back on the flap. So, and that would be just as pretty. So now what I'm gonna do, just to give it a little bit of bling, I am gonna use, I have these gems, like I said, from Hobby Lobby. And I thought the gold would be good to kind of bring out the yellows that are in. And I'm gonna just use the small ones. Let me pull a few out here. And you know, I get so annoyed that the gems are always, I mean, I know it's a weight thing, that's why they fall upside down, but it's just like, oh, come on. And with my arm, I have a hard time flipping them over just with the sticky end of something, so I kind of need to do this really quickly here. Okay, that's good enough. I'm not going to need all of those. So now things are pleasing in threes, like in a triangle formation, basically. So let's try. I'm going to put them down before I glue them, just to see kind of where. Could put them, see there's that triangle. And then maybe, oops, where did you go? That one flew. Maybe there for another one. I'm not sure. Let's see. I like having one there in that spot. And then these we can maybe take that way. There you go. Just a little bit of bling. I think that looks nice. I kind of like it. You have the triangle here and you have your triangle here. So I am going to adhere these down. And that's the beauty of this glue press, is you can lay down just a little bit. As little or as much glue as you want or need. And believe me, with my hand, this thing has come in so handy. With my hand not working so great, I'm really happy with this. And I will link the glue press down below in case you're interested in purchasing your own. But you know what? I think that's going to do it. So there you have just a cute little hello to a new friend card. And there's our inside. And then, like I said, I will do a message on my Cricut and glue that inside. Now, you can also stamp inside, whatever you'd like to do. But that's all I have for you today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with a crafty friend. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? I'm a lot of fun, honestly. But I'm not hurting myself. But I'd like to have you along for my journey here on social media, on YouTube. So please subscribe to my channel. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.